Hello everyone and welcome back to the last tournament match from the 8th, so yesterday. Let's go through the players, shall we? We have Smokey as Sturm Tactics for the Waffen-SS, Arranged Karma as Strafdivision. Why do we see so much Straf for the Wehrmacht? And we have Tavi as Rifle Division for the United States. And we have the True Napex as Royal Armored Regiment for the British. So we have a Western Front battle here. Let's see how this one turns out. We got the Storm Pioneers moving up very rapidly, as we tend to see a lot of. But it's also moving straight for the fuel. People always move up so fast. Oh, he's moving beyond the fuel, okay. Oh, now he's moving back behind cover. Yeah, he realized that he would be under fire there, so he's moving back to just the fuel, I suppose. We have lots of blue and grey coming out, very much cheaper infantry. But I says you get access to if you're playing as the Rifle Division. Although I believe they die a lot easier, as we've seen before. We just have to be very careful. We have double rifle section coming out from the Guards Armor. We have a unit of Valonians and some Sturm Grenadiers. Triple Straftuben. Also a cheap infantry that the Wehrmacht gets access to if you're playing a Strafdivision. Seems to be very popular these days, but I do not understand why. I guess it's just because it's cheap infantry, and people like a lot of cheap infantry or something. Yeah, I don't think this reaction is gonna last long. This is Storm Pioneer and Sturm Grenadier. That's a lot of firepower. From very accurate, from very experienced troops, no less. Staff troops are holding up there. Brits are gonna get the area they need to connect to the fuel though. Oh yeah, this is the blue and grey are gonna get cut down to pieces here pretty quickly. As you can probably see, grenade coming out too. Oh, and the rifleman squad got completely annihilated. Oh, that's a terrible start for the United States. Oh, and these blue and grey are gonna get flanked too.
Rifle squad ready for action.
Well, it looks like the blue and grey are getting flanking ships too on the staff troops here. And the staff troops are relocating. Big push coming for the British position though, with lots of staff rifles. I think the staff troops might be a bit too accurate for my tastes. Like, they're meant to be cheap fodder units, they're basically criminals and deserters. They're not supposed to be good infantry. But people somehow turn them into good infantry, and I have no idea how. But that's not the point of them. Looks like the Germans are pushing up very aggressively this time. Those are Valonians present, which also is a very popular and supposedly meta choice these days. And the blue and grey are not going to be able to hold this position, that's for damn sure. Because that's a lot of rifles coming their way. Keep coming out for the Rifle Division. Vickers coming out for the Royal Armored. As well as, well, the Universal Gun. And actually a Vickers machine gun as well, so everything is... Vertical for the Americans are present. Germans are taking in along the new front line they've secured. Now the Brent Carrier is technically a good choice, mostly because the Staff Token have nothing to stop it. I suppose you can throw a Brand Flash inside it, you can kill it, but getting to that point is not the easiest.
We have been granted access to superior arms and
Yeah, the Universal Carrier so far is actually doing a pretty decent job. Oh, looks like we have some mines being laid here by the Germans. Oh yeah, Brandflasche nearly hitting it. MG34 moving up, but armor piercing bullets that might be able to deal with the Brand Carrier. Oh, he's aiming for the Vickers machine gun. Good choice. And meanwhile, though, the other flank is just being pushed up by the Germans here very aggressively. Yeah, the British are taking heavy losses here. And also we have a Panzerbüchse armed on the Pioneers. So I believe the Spring Carrier's in trouble. Yep. Took out the gunner. And the gun itself. And took out the tracks. And took out the Brain Gun itself. Or the Brain Carrier.
The Universal Carrier has been knocked out.
And not looking good here for the Allies.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Ooh, yeah, the Allies are already in trouble. Already forced to dig in around their base area. Not Universal Carrier being prepared, but I'm not sure that's a good idea. Not a good idea at all. And the Valonians also come with Panzerfaust, which I believe might make them a little bit too good. I personally think that should be an upgrade they should have to take.
We can now establish a forward HQ.
Here we have another Brain Carrier for the British Commonwealth.
Grenadiers reporting.
But I'm not sure how long they'll be able to hold on.
Ready for orders.
Germans hold a lot of territory here. And they're... Where's their Pioneers? Oh, they're back at base. Then now might actually be the chance to strike with the Universal Carrier. Not that he would know. He wouldn't know that the Universal Carrier is free to go in, but... ooh. Dangerous time. Looks like the battlefield's a little bit silent at the moment. Oh. There's American riflemen being opened fire upon here. And I think they'll get far. Oh, Jeep is also moving up. Using fanaticism, apparently. They was being armed with the MG-30. Giving them quite a lot of combat firepower right here.
The command half-track has been converted to the headquarters building. Valiant assault is now at hand. The troops await your command.
Mortar coming out for the Americans, but I think it might be a little too late. But I really cannot say.
Supply reserves of ammunition.
Mortar coming out there.
Lieutenant reporting in.
British are kind of locked in into their position here. Straftroops are still somehow being a little bit too accurate for my liking. They're being armed with satchel charges and grenade assaults, okay. Which is kind of what you are meant to do with them, I suppose. Storm Gewehr's on the Storm Pioneer and digging in a bunker here, probably to set up a machine gun nest. That's just what I think. And now mortar for the Americans opening fire on the German lines. This is the small mortar, 60mm I think. Which is basically for small, close range support for the infantry. Yeah, but the Germans are just in way too good of a position here, I feel. The Americans are getting into cover! Oh. Yeah, they're just mowing down the American troops. Oh god. Oh, way too strong right there. Way too strong.
Look what these standing by.
The secret base was built in Antarctica. Some others say it is a base to launch rockets to the moon.
Yes?
Yeah, the Germans just have this covered by the looks of it. Looks like the skill level of this match is a little bit different than the previous ones. You have double Coldstream Guard coming out now for the British though. Very combatant infantry, armed with American equipment, I believe. They come with Wim-1 Garans rather than the Enfield. 222 here for the Germans, and with the 222 I think the Germans have the ability to just assault. There's gonna be very little here that can deal with it. That's because it's gonna arm with Radpanzer. which I believe is going to give it 50% more armor, which is actually kind of nuts. Its weapons being airdropped in for the American infantry. Tank carrier destroyed. 2-2 threatening the British quite handily. And the British don't seem to have anything to stop it. Double mortar for the Americans. 81mm and 60mm. Was that a Coldstream Guard? That was a Coldstream Guard got murdered there by the autocannon. The problem is the British base defenses don't have 50 cal, so they cannot deal with this thing. They only have a Vickers case. That's a tank rate though. And that should deal with it. Double Puma. Interesting. Don't think I've seen double Puma before. Suppose that's actually an interesting one. The Americans do have an AT gun though. Oh, it's turned the right way. It is. Okay. But the Pumas are going to drive through. One high, using high explosive. Hit the shield, did not penetrate it. AT rifle going in. Oh, it's still getting through somehow. Destroying the mortar. Stuart arriving. Stuart taking it out. Pack 40 has been set up though for the Germans, so they are ready for the Stuart. Half track arriving for the British. Straftroops really still only have the Pioneer with the Panzerbüchse to deal with enemy vehicles. And I suppose mines, they've probably been laying mines everywhere.
Ready. Go ahead. Ready to roll.
Now we have Kettenhunde present too. Which again I think is just far too accurate for what they're meant to do. They're meant to be military police to instill fear and discipline in the Straftroopen, not actually be good at killing stuff. Valentine arriving for the British, a good little medium tank. Technically a light tank in this part of the war. Overall though, I think the Kettenhunde are just far too competent as combat troops. They really shouldn't be. I think a lot of the smaller officer squads, like the Freeman and stuff, should never be directly on the front line. They should be right behind it and inspiring the troops. That's just my take on it anyhow. Valentine pushing forward. They need to get rid of that MG34 though.
Taking fire.
Fields are pushing up. MP40s on the Straftroopen, that's good to see though. Make them far more efficient at being assault troops. But just purely Straftroopen, that just doesn't make a lot of sense in my opinion. Like, where's the Volksgrenadiers? Where's the Grenadiers? Where's the actual troops you actually have that is meant to do all the fighting while the Straftroopen do all the menial work? Like laying mines and stuff. Oh, good high explosive right there. Almost set the building ablaze. Almost. Looks like we have a brain carrier coming up. I think there's some guards inside. Yeah, but out in the... Oh, they get mowed down out in the open there.
The enemy have wiped out an infantry section.
Like, I guess what did I expect to happen? That's MP40s for you. Pack 40 going to keep an eye on this flank. Command Panzer F1 for the Sturm, which can be armed with high explosives actually. So this should allow him to push through the American science a lot easier. Panzer IV J coming out too for the Sturm. Oh, that's a heavy howitzer shot right there. Yeah, I think the Allies have lost everything.
Report of an infantry unit being wiped out. New unit ready and on the field.
Yeah, the Americans are just getting tank hunters, but the German infantry will just cut them down. Command F1 is probably going to try and flank this Valentine. That's going to catch the point. Oh, ammo rack explosion right there. Very nice shot.
Go ahead, someone ready for us.
That's what the brain carry aims to do. But there is a lack of stuff here to fight it.
Watch out, they're hitting outside. Prepare your
Yeah, I think the Allies have lost this. The Germans just need to push in, but I don't know why they aren't. They have the equipment, and yeah, of course comes the Panzer IV-H. That just seems to be the strategy. Use Straftrüppen, get Panzer IV-H. That is just... I'm not sure I like that, in all fairness. I am not sure I like that at all. It makes Straf feel very lazy and silly. It doesn't feel like a Straf division. So it kind of loses the feeling. That actually makes me really not enjoy watching Straf play, in all fairness. Regardless, the Germans are pushing in now. Thermosgrade going in. Good Thermosgrade.
One of our universal carriers has been destroyed.
Japan's voice now going to threaten this British position entirely. Yeah, the British don't have anything to stop it. Six-pounder trying to set up here. Good shot there, but it didn't penetrate. Straftrüppen preparing with the MP40s. Stu also being prepared. No penetration, actually didn't even hit at all. I guess if the Germans could take out that Vickers K thing, or these double Vickers K emplacements, the Straftrüppen can push in with MP40s. As you probably see, Straftrüppen also have the ability to defuse explosives and cut through barbed wire, which is also another thing that they're supposed to do. They're supposed to do the menial tasks. They're not supposed to do the fighting. That's the thing I don't like about the Straf division in all fairness. People just use them as their main frontline troops. That's not the point of them! Panzer IV-H is doing pretty good there. F1 command tank pushing in. Kind of 50 cal placement down. That also looks like a heavy artillery going in. 15 centimeter, yeah. Yeah, complete slaughter here. A complete slaughter. There's nothing they can do. Here they come with the Panzer IV and lots of Wallonians. And lots of automatic weaponry as well.
Sorry, but we're being bloody shot.
HQ is under attack. Typical enemy trick, isn't it?
More Americans trying to come in vain, but I don't think it'll do much.
Get eyes on target. On the hook over here.
Yeah, just need to destroy the last thing and then it's over. And there we go, that's over. Well, that was the tournament of the 8th. But I'll see you in the casts of the actual ones tonight. And obviously you'll see the recordings of them tomorrow. Bye-bye.